Wait a second, is this a Kufra EXP or a Ruby EXP?
I didn't... Did you catch that, Arashi?
I didn't
Wait,
catch the
where's
switch,
Godiva
so
sitting?
we'll have to see. From what I see, I do think that the Kufra no, the Ruby EXP would make a lot more sense in my opinion. But you never know, man. This is Aura Fire we're talking about. So we'll take a look soon here at the picks and the players, and it does seem like it's Godiva on the Kufra. So it's going to be a roaming Kufra, and Fluffy will be on the Ruby, and that is dangerous, man. Fluffy on the playmaking hero with such a tool as the I'm Offended on that Ruby, he can make a lot of things happen.
Yeah. Are you guys ready for game number 2 here at Eterna and as well as Arashi? I'm sure you guys at home is ready too. Let's just jump into the portal, back to the Land of Dawn for game number 2 between ONIC Esports and as well as Aura Fire. Will Aura Fire now add their lead to 2-0 or ONIC Esports equalize in this game? Eterna.
That definitely is going to be the question here for the side of ONIC Esports. To be fair, they do have the composition to be able to secure that. But in a sense, I do agree with Arashi once again. I think Aura Fire in the second game as well as the first game has a little bit more tools in order to make that happen. They do have the CC coming in from Kufra, the I'm Offended coming in from Ruby as well. So there's a lot of things that they can actually play around with. But for the moment, it is ONIC Esports being the more aggressive of the two.
Oh, Quad Shadow connects on towards Sans here. Sans at half HP with the retribution there. Managed to catch the jungles of High here. Oh, Sans already moving aggressively. Another invade looks like. Godiva and friends is there. Trying to reach connect. Sans trying to escape. Still escapes, but High with low HP manages to escape as well. ONIC Esports with the lead. Sans already taking 2 jungles of High.
Oof, that was so close. If Aura Fire were able to follow up the Kufra movement, they would have been able to actually take Sans down, but unfortunately, it didn't seem like the synergy was there, as once again, it is going to be Aura here in a bit of a position.
Right, in the early game, I think ONIC Esports will have a bit of advantage. They have the Matilda, they have the Esmeralda. These are 2 heroes, or they have the Lilia as well. So level 1 and 2, the Fanny as well even. They are all very good at level 1 and 2 with limited skills, but once the ultimates start rolling in, there's going to be a Tyrant's Revenge, and I'm Offended, and that is where Aura Fire will gain a bit more traction. They have a lot more tools to engage plays with, so ONIC Esports needs to be very, very careful to make sure they don't get comboed, because that is exactly what we've come to expect from Aura Fire, right? This crazy wombo combo pickups.
Crazy wombo combos indeed. Turtle is up now. Different story from game number 1. It is actually Sans will claim and collect the first turtle here as Hayabusa is still 1 level below Sans. Yeah, turtle slain by Samsung Galaxy A Series 4 side of ONIC Esports.
This is the problem, right? When we're talking about Aura Fire. When we talk about Aura Fire, we always associate them with really strong side lanes. But the problem is, in this current matchup, I feel like both side lanes are actually losing, and therefore they're losing the momentum to be able to... But wait a minute, Keyboy gets taken so low. Whoa, he was nearly taken down, but yeah, as I was saying, they are able... But what? Kabuki!
Kabuki with the flanks and as well as Way of Dragon as well. Keyboy does not have time to use the flicker, but Fluffy on the other side also makes a play here. Jingyang forced to use the Black Shoe. Sans though making moves once again, trying to find the camp from side of High. Will they? Yeah, no commitments. Flicker and Godiva already on towards Sans. Sans will not be able to escape this one. And Sans, I might be wrong. Sans with the outplay, 1 HP. Managed to escape for 4-on-1 there. She is ready. This is the playoffs.
My God, that was so close. Both teams played that so well, Arashi.
Sans went into jungle essentially alone. That was so questionable. He fortunately got out, but there's just an abundance of crowd control on the side of Aura Fire. That was quite risky. You saw that Godiva was able to get on top of him, and that was essentially over. Like, he can't really go anywhere with any of the cables. Right now, ONIC make a play on the top side, but Kabuki on the Cho, a bit too secure for that to happen.
Yeah, he managed to get the clear here as, Godiva might be getting committed here. Information, remember, Godiva has no flicker. But items.
Almost gets taken out there. He is able to survive. It's still 1-0 for Aura Fire. And the items hasn't really shown much as, there's not too much to see in the items. The CW has the Corrosive Side.
Yeah. Shadow kill there just to escape. But take a look at Boots there, bot side already clearing wave. So perhaps ONIC Esports, they might look for a fight here after the clear. Turtle is up as well. All 4 members is in the vicinity here. Yeah, 2 turtles, 4 out of ONIC.
Okay, we'll see what happens here because Godiva he seems to be charging, but I don't think he's going to commit onto this. But Boots in that back line is going to commit onto something, but not just too much. I don't think that the Falling Star Moon connected onto anyone just yet. But yes, it is going to be 2 turtles to the hands of ONIC Esports, a 2,000 gold lead. And now the shoe is on the other foot. It is ONIC Esports leading from the get-go, and Aura Fire doesn't seem to have quite an answer to it, but it does seem to revolve a lot around Suns. Let's see what Aura Fire can do with this.
With a 2k gold lead, they're actually quite the good spot because they have a lot of late game heroes as well. They have an Esmeralda and a 1-1 in the late game compared to a Cho as well as a Ruby. Not really compatible in that sense. So ONIC Esports, they're content to just take control from towards the late game. And Aura Fire, they might just rely on the spammable nature of the Savior on Facehugger to try and carry out those team fights. Although that will have varying levels of success for sure.
Aura Fire has a disgusting wombo combo that they can actually utilize to their benefit. Because when it comes to the laning phase, I do feel like they're going to lose. In a sense, the top lane has already been taken down. We can already see one turret has been taken into the pockets of ONIC Esports, and the bottom side, I feel like it's just about time, right? I feel like ONIC Esports, they just need to, Aura Fire, they need to look for a moment here as Godiva is charging.
Yeah, Sans is the target, still so fast, and no result here, no outcome, no positive outcome from the side of Aura Fire. I'm Offended connects on towards the roamer. Again, no follow-up damage just yet, but Savior here managed to stun 2 members. Once again, no follow-up damage just yet. ONIC Esports wants to invade the blue buff here. We will see here. Will it succeed or not?
Guys, it's already been 6 minutes. Have you guys noticed that? A 6-minute game, only 1 kill has been taken into the hands of Aura Fire as Sans goes in once again. Does he manage to take that?
Yeah, with that retribution, but take a look at the mid side here. A fight. High comes in with the quad shadow. Godiva jumps in, but Tang claims the kill. CW might want more as the mid turret falls.
Only 1 member taken down from the side of ONIC Esports. Even though ONIC Esports are leading, Aura Fire is putting up a huge defensive as well.
They are putting up a very good defensive, but they have lost 2 turrets, and right now the control is still on ONIC Esports, but Sans in the weird spot.
No cable, no mana, but luckily... No, not luckily. Dawning Light will claim that kill as in the mid side. Facehugger gets taken down as well. It will be 1-for-1. Sans there miscalculating his energy, and yeah, free kill here. ONIC Esports though still with the lead. 4.5k gold lead.
100% win rate on the Fanny, but his movements have been quite questionable, no, Arashi?
Right, I mean, he doesn't seem to be as comfortable as Fairsake or Kabuki with the cables. We do see some of them miss quite a bit, and sometimes he just ends up in a weird spot. So he plays it in a more calculated fashion, right? But that also means that there's less for Aura Fire to worry about because he can't pull off the flashy plays that Kabuki is used to. And we talked a bit about this when Alter Ego was in the game the other day. That is since Aura Fire is so used to using a Fanny, they also know very well how to counter a Fanny, and it is very evident right here. Sans is struggling to make that kind of big impact that he really wishes he can be in this game.
Yeah, circling Eagle on towards the backside. High is going to be target as Fanny comes in. Immediate disengage there. Another purple buff gone for side of High. Yeah, no purple once again. ONIC Esports now with a comfortable 5,000 gold lead. Aura Fire are suffocated.
I mean, we need to remember that there is a difference in emblem between the 2 junglers as well. It is Sans on the Fanny with the Demon Slayer emblem, whereas High is going for the Assassin emblem. So when it comes down to the Battle of Retribution, 1, High is already super weak at that Retribution, like we mentioned yesterday. And 2, he doesn't have the emblem to support it as well.
Exactly. I think right now, if the fight just goes in for a long duration, ONIC Esports just has so much more DPS, but right now, the burst.
The all-in Keyboy gets taken down, but in the backside, Sans managed to find his target. Facehugger falls. Boots though in the backside connects on towards 2. Godiva whiffs the Tyrant's Rage, and it will be the collapse here. 2-for-1 only. Quad Shadow onto CW, and there you go. High finding compensation. It will be 2-for-2. But man, oh man, Aura Fire responding with a nasty, nasty fight as well.
Yeah, it seems like Aura Fire, every time ONIC Esports they go for something, it is Aura Fire being able to find some compensation on the board. The Dawning Light nearly takes that buff, but unfortunately Sans was able to secure it once again. And at this stage, 9 minutes in, ONIC Esports already leading with a 6,000 gold lead. It does seem like the Hayabusa Hai is trying to look for some compensation on the board. He is trying to push that top lane, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. And it brings me the question, why Hayabusa on high?
Well, Hayabusa is a very high mechanic champion, a high mechanic hero with a lot of output potential as well. So perhaps they're trying to match Sans in the jungle. But right now, considering that the only target he has is going to be the 1-1 or essentially just the 1-1, right? There's a crossbow of Tang available or a Wind of Nature can be built as well. So his kit is essentially very easily cleared. Whereas for the side of Aura, they have to worry right now about CW doing DPS and the crossbow of Tang. They have to worry about Boots because he has landed insane falling star moons in this current game, and they have to worry about Drian just spamming out the spells on that Lilia as well. So 3 different problems and no real easy solution. They have to, I don't know, try and find a solution here. How they want to play out the team fights essentially.
I have a question for you, Rashi, though.
Mhm.
Who has the better team fight composition?
I think if it comes down to it, I think ONIC Esports does. Just because they have a lot more DPS and they have a lot more AoE. The only advantage Aura Fire has is that CC department, right? So if they can get a combo, that'll be great, right? I'm Offended into perhaps a Tyrant's Revenge, Tyrant's Rage combo, and then followed up with the ultimate and the spells from the Savior. They can actually win that way, but for ONIC Esports, if the fight just keeps going, the DPS from the Esmeralda, from the 1-1, from Drian on the Lilia, as well as the Fanny, right? All these heroes don't really need to land any significant combo, and they can just eventually out-damage the members of Aura Fire.
Well, we'll see here. Hai trying to find a pick off there, but it will be the Lord marching down bot side here, as I feel like ONIC Esports will just find the turrets, will not look for a fight unless Keyboy lands a mean circling Ely. We will have to see though.
We will have to see. I mean, ONIC Esports now leading with a 9,000 gold lead. You can see the Shadow Kill coming into play here for the side of Aura. But we'll see what happens as Boots goes in.
Boots goes in, connects onto its face hugger there. Boots trying to distract as well. Base turret bottom side will fall as ONIC Esports will definitely disengage. High connects the quad shadow, but will not commit onto that one just yet. It is going to be almost a 10,000 gold lead here for the side of ONIC Esports.
Clean mechanism here, but Boots once again goes in so aggressively.
Yeah, Purify wasn't used, but Kabuki trying to make a play, and Sans here, half HP, manages to escape. But Kabuki, oh my god, low HP there, courtesy of Drian, but no casualty from both of the teams.
Both teams are playing it so safe, man. They don't want to make any risks at this stage. I mean, 12 minutes in, ONIC Esports is still leading with a 9,000 gold lead, and they are really pressuring Aura Fire. They're not freezing any lanes. They're just continuing to push it, taking all the jungles from the side of Aura Fire, like really just asphyxiating them in their own base.
Exactly, with the gold lead and with the better late game, in my opinion, ONIC Esports just have to play it calculatively, and if they don't group up as 4 and suddenly get comboed, it's going to be very difficult for Aura Fire to find something here, because if they take out Sans, CW and Drian can still win them the fight. If they take out CW, Drian and Sans can actually win them the fight as well. So unless something very unfortunate happens and multiple core members from ONIC Esports gets taken out, it's going to be very difficult. Aura Fire will be waiting for an opportunity, perhaps when the objective is up, when the Lord can be a extra bit of damage source for Aura Fire onto the members of ONIC Esports. Maybe that is exactly where, right, they can time their card control with the knockout from the Lord and make something amazing happen.
Wait a minute. It looks like Aura Fire, they might be planning something here. ONIC Esports, they are the first ones to bait out this Lord, but I think Aura Fire, they might want to contest this.
They perhaps might here, as it will be ONIC with the advantage though, map-wise. High though, coming in, checking the health. No quad shadow for him. And yeah, there you go. ONIC Esports will definitely claim the enhanced Lord. Right now, ONIC Esports needs to play this out perfectly as well. They need to clear the side lanes first. Yeah, Aura Fire. We'll see how they defend this one.
It's so hard. Every time they want to go for something, it doesn't seem like they're able to clear the lanes as fast as ONIC Esports right now. They do have the Fanny, but I thought that having the Hayabusa would also give them an additional mobility to be able to do these around the map, but maybe they don't want to make too much of a risk onto the map. I'm not really sure what's happening here.
Well, ONIC Esports can also pressure Aura Fire back into the base because right at this point, Boots does a lot of damage, but he's also absolutely tanky, and there is no real damage source from Aura Fire that can burst through Boots, right? Even with some healing reduction from the side of Aura Fire, it won't be enough to just be a huge threat for Boots to get picked off, essentially. So he can just push them away and just at any moment land an insane falling star move.
Oh, TW comes in here.
Oh,
Crossbow
wow.
attack is
Whoa.
almost ready, but time to range connects. No damage just yet. Crossbow attack pops as Lord already exposing the base. ONIC Esports looks for the win here as game number 2 looks for the yellow porcupines. And yes, ONIC Esports equalizing in game number 2.
1-for-1 for both Aura Fires and ONIC Esports, as ONIC Esports were able to get another point away this time around. So no 2-0 for Aura Fire just yet. And ONIC Esports, wow, this has been a weird 2 games. Why do I say that? Because in that first game, Aura